Welcome to the Big Idea podcast, where we focus on food. Today we're going to be talking to Lou and Max from Väcka Foods. And Väcka is based in Spain. They're a plant-based cheese company, completely 100% no dairy. They're using cashew, pumpkin, and almond at this point, and they're experimenting with new ingredients all the time. So, great company. Let's get into a conversation with them and look forward to your feedback and questions at the end. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the Big Idea podcast, where we focus on food. Today, we're going to be talking to a great company called Väcka. So Vacka. That's the name, right? I've got it right? I got it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Perfect.
I got it right. Fantastic. Always a good way to start the conversation by getting the information correct. So let's talk about you guys. Let's talk about Väcka. So what is Väcka? What do you guys do?
Okay, first of all, thank you for inviting us here. I'm really glad to be here. I'm a huge fan of this podcast also. So I learn a lot listening through all these stories about the companies that are having these ideas to change the food industry. So thank you for having us.
Yes, giving us the opportunity to have that chat with you.
I didn't think anyone listened. I didn't think anyone listened to the podcast. So for there to be two real fans, I'm very excited.
No, I am. Well, by the way, my name is Luz, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Väcka.
And my name is Max, and I'm the CTO and co-founder of Väcka. And in Väcka, we are crafting the future of plant-based cheese. The future of cheese, actually, because we are crafting plant-based cheese with the traditional process of cheese making, but with the added values of and technology of the 21st century. That's pretty much what we are doing.
So tell us how. So there are obviously other plant-based cheese companies out there. How is Väcka different? How is Väcka special?
I think we have a really innovative approach of cheese making, of plant-based cheese making. Because what we are doing is we are studying a lot fermentation. Actually, our R&D leader is specialized in microbiology and AI as well, artificial intelligence. And we believe that there is the strong knowledge about the ferments on how they interact in the dairy industry, in the traditional cheese making. But there is really few knowledge when it comes to plant-based cheese. And most of the companies are using really the same ferments and the same strains that are being used since centuries now in the dairy industry, but they didn't go further with that. And really our approach is to go further with that and really to study the perfect strains that goes along with the plant-based soil we are using. And I think that's our most innovative approach of cheese making, as well as the new material we are using. For now, our company, we already have 6 products on the market. Most of them are cashews and almond-based, except one that is made out of pumpkin, 75% of fermented pumpkin. And all our R&D project is going in that way because we really want to make cheese, a new line of cheese without nuts.
Without nuts.
Yes, and in terms of brand, I think that from the beginning we want to give the message to the community that having a plant-based diet is something fun. It's could be tasty. It's not something that you have to struggling trying to reduce your consume of animal-based products. Is something powerful and colorful. That's from the beginning we thought about the message, and it was the first step. And after that, we find the product and the community, and that's it.
So one of the things I've been really impressed with, as far as Väcka is concerned, the products are great. You have to get that great product. You have to have that great taste. But you're also very thoughtful about your messaging, your branding. It's very clean. It's very strong. It's very fun. I kind of see both of those things coming through from both of you two. So, Lou, are you more on the sort of the communication, the consumer, the branding side, and Max, you're more on the making the great product, or do you both sort of wear the same hats?
Yes, now we are in that stage that we are more focused on our expertise, but yes, we are like creators in a way. We were working on content, on documentaries, so we have this kind of mind. But yes, now I'm focused on the branding, the image, the design, with a little team, but a powerful team. And Maxime is focused on the product, putting all the creativity in that part of the design, right?
Yes, yeah, you said it well. She's the fun part, and I'm the product part.
The fun now.
The fun branding fun part.
Fun is everything.
Yeah, everything fun. The product is fun as well.
Yeah, so there are a lot of companies out there that are using cashew as a plant-based cheese ingredient. What made you, well, I'm glad you did, but what made you sort of explore other ingredients outside of cashew? And why almond, why pumpkin?
Because the first thing was that cashew is not sustainable for us, because our brand really try to be the most sustainable as it can be. All our products are 100% organic. And we are trying not to use plastic in our packaging. Actually, we are not using plastic at all. And the same way, we are trying to grab ingredients that are more sustainable. And cashews, it's not growing here in Spain, not yet. Maybe with the climate change, we will see in 10 years. But for now, we doesn't have any cashews here. Also, the circuit of the cashews is a bit sad, because most of the cashews of the world are produced in Africa. But in Africa, they don't have the factory to process the cashews. So they send them to Asia to process the cashews, and they come back to Europe. And
a long way.
So we thought about it, and we said, okay, we have to find a more sustainable soil, and that's why we started to use almonds. Actually, this year we managed to reduce by 70% the use of cashews in our products. We replaced it by almonds. Almonds, I believe in California that there's a lot of things that are saying about the almond production, but here in Spain, and especially in Catalonia and Aragon, there's a lot of almond trees. And almonds, because we have a lot of space, a lot of fields, and almonds are grown naturally without using too much water, so it's more sustainable in that way. And then the pumpkin, yes, I really do believe I ran tests during 8 years, making cheese with all kind of soil. I actually wrote a book about it where I tried like 30 different raw materials to make the cheese. And I really do believe that cheese making is about the process more than the product. So if you respect the process and you adapt it to a plant-based soil, you can have a really similar product to the animal product. So there's a lot to explore in that way. And
yes, and also because we want to be even more affordable for people, because we, in a way, want to compete with animal-based products. So if we want to scale the production as we want, yes, we have to be more. We have to compete in price also. So nuts, cashew nuts are not so cheap. Also,
so
Yes, there is.
So it's a price. So there's a price element. There's sustainability. There's the kind of availability, etc. I've also not really met many cashew cheeses that I'm a big fan of. Yours is actually quite good. I got to say that yours is actually quite good. But it always seems to me like it's a sort of solidified nut product as opposed to a cheese. It hasn't made, many of the cashew cheeses out there haven't transitioned from, this is a nut product to this is actually a cheese. I have tried some plant-based cheeses that have got there, have sort of achieved that. I haven't yet tasted your pumpkin. I haven't yet tasted your almond, but next time I'm in Spain, I'll do that. So which brings me to sort of business model and channel. Who are you bringing these cheeses to? Who are the consumers, and where do you expect to find them? Is it grocery store? Are you looking for them in grocery stores? Are you more sort of direct to consumer? Who is your consumer, and how are you getting them your wonderful cheeses?
At the moment, our consumer is we recently make a survey to know how is our audience now, and there are most vegan people or people trying to make the transition to a plant-based diet. And the first motivation that they have is about animal welfare, but in fact we want to go to another kind of audience also, target, because we want to have impact, and it's okay to feed in a way to be in the table of people who are already conscious about the animal welfare and sustainability, but we want to have impact in the people who need these tools to have the transition to a plant-based diet. So in that way, we want to focus on these people who wants to reduce the consumption of dairy products, and yes, we are going to in that direction now in this stage of the product.
Yes. So we want to reach the largest amount of people. So we are looking for the reductionists, the one that are, as she said, the one that is trying to replace progressively the animal products in their diet. And it's important to be in grocery stores and retail stores that are not the common store that the plant-based people are going to shop. So the most shop we are, the largest amount of people we can touch, and we can make their mind change, offering a quality product. But it's really important to them, quality alternative to the one they used to buy.
And actually, cheese is always something that it's difficult to leave behind. I think when we get through this transition into 2013, it was really hard to give up cheese, and we were talking with many people who tell us the same. Like, I want to go, I'm vegetarian, or I want to go plant-based, but it's really difficult to give up cheese. And the options that are on the market now are not really hitting in terms of taste and nutritional values. They are like, some people say that this is like something artificial. It's not like cheese, because cheese is tasty, is a wonderful product in the animal-based cheese, right? In the animal industry. So we really want to be a solution for these people. We want to have this impact. So if we want to give them a solution, we have to be really high in quality, and especially in quality, because you don't eat cheese because you want to have a healthy snack sometimes, but actually it is healthier plant-based cheese.
I think yes. So I was just going to say, I think one thing that I would aspire to is to have all of your great products in being tasted and tested in a grocery environment, where the people who are walking past and seeing this little piece of cheese and a cocktail stick or a cracker, or however you deliver it, try the product, love the product, and then realize that it's plant-based. I think that's the goal. It's one thing, as you say, to get on the table of people who are either vegetarian or wanting to make the transition to a fully plant-based diet. But, let's have great products that convince people as they're just walking past in the store, who put it in their mouths and think, wow, this is an amazing cheese. I'm going to buy some to go home with. And at that point, they realize, holy smokes, this is a plant-based cheese. This is not dairy at all. That's the goal.
Yes, actually, there is a press, ¿cómo se dice? Max periodista.
Yeah, they're journalists, famous Spanish journalist, food journalist, specialist in all the kind of foods that run that test in a live moment.
Blind test, right? It was a blind test.
Yeah, it was a blind test. Yeah, he went to a fair with a lot of chefs, and he brought our cheese in that fair, and he made a blind test with them without saying it was plant-based. And most of them, I would say 90%, 95% of them said, yeah, it's a great cheese. It's like a goat cheese. It has a really great taste. And after he said, okay, it's plant-based cheese. Oh, I would never have told that. So it already happened.
Yes, we have to improve. Obviously, we always want more and more quality, but definitely we are on the way to try to convince this part of the population, right, that we want to be with in this journey.
So when did you start the company, and how did you guys get together? So
we start Väcka in 2015, but as a restaurant, it was like a little restaurant in a district of Barcelona, and after running this restaurant until 2019. Meanwhile, we were doing some tests in terms of cheese, obviously, and we were cooking with them, and we were testing with the early consumers. And after we moved here, we are in Nest City Lab. It's a sustainable laboratory, urban sustainable laboratory. Yeah. And then in 2021, we start this company, this cheese company. We launched our products in March, and in November we decided to close the restaurant because we reached the maximum capacity of the factory, and we decided to expand our cheese factory and try to focus and devote our energy in scaling this project.
And how many?
So I answered.
Yes. How does it start?
It's struggling, but yes.
Actually, it started as well because I'm French, and when we turned to a plant-based diet 10 years ago, it was really hard to me to give up cheese. It was like the harder part for her as well, because she really liked pizza, Argentinian pizza.
Argentinian pizza is really good. It's cheesy. It's like, yes. When you live there, you think about Europe and you say, I'm going to Italy and I'm going to taste the best pizza. I don't want to be Italian pizza is great, but Argentinian pizza is really cheesy and I like it. But when I go plant-based, it was something that I have to leave behind.
And so we started as well to dig a little bit in the food industry, because we were making a documentary at the time, and we realized that it was more than all the animal welfare that was our first concern. We realized that there's a lot more bad things happening in the food industry. So that's when we made that decision to put our
to change our life in a way and try to have a project with impact in food industry. So we want to change the paradigm in a way, and we start with something small, but with the ambition to really working on this change.
So you have you launched Väcka. How many products do you have at this point?
We have 6 products actually in the market.
Yes.
And
you want to, right?
I was going to say, do you want to take us through them or talk about them a little bit so that we can understand what direction you're in from a product development perspective?
Yeah. So we have like 3 cream cheese. We have one cream cheese that's more like a Philadelphia cheese that is made like mostly of almonds, and it really gives you that fresh cheese and dairy feel in the mouth.
I think it's the third version of this cheese because we are always like
in constant evolution, and that's the latest hit in the market. And we launched it like 2 months ago, and we have a lot of great feedbacks. And we have another one, which is a cream cheese with basil. We have the mozzarella cheese. We are working a lot with restaurants and pizzerias because, like we said before, we really like pizzas, and we realize that there is really a lack of good cheese in the plant-based pizzas. So we said, okay, we have to offer our cheese alternative to Pizza Shop, and we made a great campaign last August. Where we invite a lot of pizzerias to participate to that campaign, and we offering them the cheese during a night, and inviting our community and theirs to try our cheese in their pizzas. And it really worked well because 42 pizzerias participate to the campaign, and there are still clients of us, so they are still using our cheese now, like nearly.
Yes, the people was going to his favorite pizza shop to order this vegan pizza with cheese now, and they sold out all the cheese in one week. So the pizza shop owners, they say, okay, there is something here. I need to have this option for these people. So it was a very good experience for us, and we are going to repeat that this year. Now we are in 100 pizzerias in Spain, and we want to obviously grow in that sense also.
So do you have
I was talking about
we have more products.
We have more products. Actually, that's for like the more, and we have the pumpkin cheddar. It's a cheddar, as I said before, made of 75% of fermented pumpkin. And it's like a dipping cheddar. The cheddar I think you are used to eat in the US and in America in general. It's great for nachos and for movie time, for example. But it melts, it browns, it's really great, and it has no nuts at all. So it's the first product of the new line without nuts that we want to launch. And then we have two mature cheese. We have the brie with the typical white rind that is made of mostly almonds as well. And we have more cashew cheese, more mature with some paprika on the rind. But really the brie is the one that is most surprising in terms of comparison with animal cheese. Usually people that tasting it say, okay, it's cheese, it's totally cheese. So,
and that's it, I think, for now.
That's it for now.
But they are changing because we have the goal to change these ingredients for 2023 and go nut-free. So yes, we are in our way to that.
So you need a manchego, no?
Yes.
Yes, we need manchego. Yeah,
it's on our plan of R&D.
The R&D plan, for 2023.
And I want Bruschetta also. I told to the R&D team, I want this kind of cheese that has these holes. And you see, it's like this yellow cheese.
The typical mouse cheese.
Yes.
Like a Swiss Emmental.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not Bruschetta. I know they told me that.
It's okay. Emmental actually is French and Gruyere is Swiss.
Oh, is it the other way around? Okay. I got it wrong.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's nearly the same cheese.
Oh, okay.
I like to eat cheese, but I'm not specialized in the product like this.
So right now you've got products in pizzerias. Do any of them do an Argentine really cheesy plant-based pizza at this point, or no?
Yes. I go for them at the beginning of the campaign, yes. One, because we have one classical Argentinian pizza shop in Barcelona, and I go there and say, please, you have to have this option. So yes, the name is Avenida Corrientes, and they offer this cheesy pizza, but in a plant-based version.
Sounds amazing. So has it gone incredibly well? Has it always gone very smoothly in terms of starting the company, growing the company, getting people to accept your new products, or have there been some challenges along the way?
Challenges,
yes,
always. Definitely.
I think every day is a new challenge, but
it's because when you don't have any challenge, you say, okay, we need another kind of goal. So yes, no, in terms of the product developing, maybe you can say something about that. But I think at the beginning, for example, for the cream cheese, we really love this cashew cream cheese, but it was not enough because people were saying here in Spain they use Philadelphia for having a toast in the morning is it's not so acid. It's soft. It's a soft taste, and we were saying like, okay, but this is okay, but we have to change it because we are here and people wants to buy this kind of cheese. So well, it's not like a huge obstacle, but
no. But I think it's important to point that we are adapting ourselves to the market and to the because I have my French way of cheese making. I have like the really strong cheese, really French type of mature cheese that I like, and I think eating cheese is cultural. Every country has its own way, and every region, every country has his own favorite cheese, even if there is some commodity cheese that are accepted worldwide, like a mozzarella or a Gruyere, like a grated cheese or cream cheese. But so we have to learn a bit from our consumer, and that's the everyday challenge. That's what, in a way, the restaurant allows us to make that, to have that feedback of the early consumer every day, and that was really great because we never had to go to the street and make like a cheese tasting. What do you think about that? Because we already had that feedback from our consumers.
But it was difficult to have these two líneas de negocio, business. Like you have the restaurant and we have the cheese factory, and there was time when we have a little bit of stress because we didn't know how to focus on both sides, and the restaurant was working really well. So the people love the place and they say, why are you going to close the restaurant? Really, because we love it. And it was like, we cannot focus 100% of this on this part of the project if we are with two teams, two kind of business. And it was a hard time because we have to confiar. How can I say confiar? It's like
we had to be confident
about the project. It was like
the cheese project.
Yes, well,
but it's really you're right. It's really when at the time we let the restaurant go that we really focused 100% on the cheese business. That it started to go better, to grow really as we wanted it to grow. So yes, sometimes it's hard. It's a difficult decision to make, but you have to make it. And yes, we are facing new challenges every day.
We were lucky to be really good supported, with good company. Yes, in the team, in the people around, institutions.
Big idea
ventures. Yes.
So I think there's a couple of things I get out of that. One is when you start your business coming out of a restaurant, you've had the ability to bring new experiments or new products, new dishes to people and really get some positive feedback or maybe even some negative feedback. You can really start to understand what drives people from a product perspective. We have another company in our portfolio called Grounded, and they're a plant-based cheese company based in California. The chap who created the products had a restaurant in Australia and was a dedicated restaurant chef, one of the best in Australia. But he started experimenting, giving people plant-based cheese without telling them it was plant-based. And as soon as people stopped realizing, he knew he was onto something. So restaurants are a great way of getting that feedback. But I think the challenge is, and this is really interesting, you can serve 40 people a night. Maybe you can serve 60 people a night. Maybe you can serve 80 people a night. But if you've got great products which people love, and if you can bring them to the market in many grocery stores, in small stores, in direct to consumer and so on, you can impact and influence so many more people through that method than you can with 100 restaurants. So, it's just taking something great and giving it to many more people, which is amazing. What do you see as the future for Väcka? What you said that whenever things get easy for you, you think of more challenges for yourselves. What are some of the bigger challenges that you've started to think about for, next year, the year after? Where are you going as a company? Is it about more cheeses? Is it about expanding beyond Spain? What do you see as some of the challenges that you've set yourselves over the next year or two as a team?
Maybe yes. Obviously, there are challenges. A part of the challenges we have for the next year, for the years to come. I think in terms of market, first, in terms of production, we want to scale really our production, and that's the really next challenge to come. Because in the factory we are now, if we keep on growing like we are, we calculate that by the end of the year we will reach the maximum capacity of the factory. So we are already looking for partners or how to scale more that production, and that will allow us to be more available in the market and to lower the price as well, which is the first barrier with the consumer. And we
first one maybe is taste, but the second one,
the taste we already have it, I think, and the price is the second one. We want to really to lower the price to offer the people the option, affordable option and quality option. So that's the next challenge. And then we want to consolidate the market here in Spain, and by 2024 we are going to get international.
Yes, we want to expand to 3,000 stores for 2023. So it's a huge challenge, and we are putting all the energy in doing that. And yes, 2024 we want to go to Europe.
Europe and international markets. And yes, and in terms of products, the challenges are making new products once or two times a year, and always, as we said, always have that positive evolution on your products and creating new great products. We have, hopefully we have a good R&D team now that is working hard on that. And yes,
and I think microbiology is amazing. All these live
microorganisms all that strains, enzymes. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do, as I said before.
So you mentioned that production by the end of the year will be a bit of a constraint that you're already working to solve. What are some of the other constraints or other resources you're going to need to scale this business? I'm guessing people is one of them. I'm also guessing that funding is possibly a second. What are they the two main constraints, or are there other things that you're working on solving to make this business bigger and more scalable?
Yes, definitely the team. We want to grow in terms of team. We want to be like 30 people for the next year. And we are working on having this core team motivated and excited about this project. And we are really happy because we think that we are now in a good position for that. And we want to grow in that way. And what was the other question? The team and yes, and we definitely has to raise a round to can make this happen, to hire these people. And I think in terms of sale, there is now is the time to market. So the market here in Spain is open to these new products. So the first thing that we need to have is these resources to offer them more volume of products and tasty products, of course, and affordable. So yes, I don't know if I answered the question, but it's
yes. It's the time. This year, 2022, it's definitely the plant-based cheese year, I think, because there were a great evolution in the plant-based milk first, and then the plant-based meat alternatives, and they were really successful and growing a lot during the last year. And now I think the turn for the cheese and eggs and fish alternatives, but
yes,
definitely cheese comes first.
In the case of Spain, we are talking about 5 million people who wants this option on supermarket because they already drink almond milk. They want to have this unless little change on their diet, and they are waiting for some good options. So we need to bring in them this amazing cheese, and I think it's going to be successful.
Do you give people the opportunity of ordering your product via your website? Can they come online to Väcka's website and order it? And if so, do they need to be in Spain, or can they do so across Europe or globally?
For now, we are delivering on Spain, but now we are
Spain and Portugal.
Spain and Portugal.
Yes.
So,
yes, it's a cold product. You have to the cold logistic is a bit hard. It's not frozen, but it's cold. So that's another challenge we have. We have to find a good partner that can maintain that cold chain around Europe and around other countries in Europe. We are working on it, but for now we only deliver here in Spain and Portugal.
Yes, in terms of B2C, but now we are also starting a business relationship with a new distribution company that works on Spain, and also they have the name is Biogran. They have these distributions hubs in Italy, France, and they're really strong in Spain, and I think that they can offer us this solution also, but it's not B2C directly, but we are not really focusing now in B2B consumers because, as we say, we want to have big impact, and we know that this kind of people that we want to reach, they are not maybe looking for this special product. They have to be like surprised in the supermarket and say, this could happen here. After that, maybe, or meanwhile, we can work on the B2C distribution, because we like to make these boxes with things inside, with like you have a receipt and stickers and colorful packages to give to someone or to eat yourself. But it's not the channel that we are focused on now.
Yeah, definitely. If you order our products online in our website, you will be rewarded by having a great box and with all the package that comes with it. And it's more like personal than buying just a product in a supermarket, for example.
Yes, we used to put also some kind of cheese that we are working on to taste, and it's not available in groceries. So that's something more. We definitely can work on that line. Meanwhile, if we have more people in the team, we
definitely we will put one to work on the B2C channel,
on the
direct
user,
to consumer.
Yes, and the user experience of having this product in your table.
I love the idea of when somebody orders a product to be delivered at their home, you send a couple of tiny samples of your other cheeses along with it so that they can, taste it and be like, oh, next time I'm going to order both of them. I'm not just going to order the first thing I ordered again. I'm going to order two products next time or 3 products next time. And I think people like surprises like that, and they like getting a little sample of something for free, unexpected, which if they taste it and it's amazing, makes them want to reorder more products. I think that's a really interesting approach. On the pizza side, the pizza shop side, you mentioned you're in 130 plus stores. Is that branded as Väcka? Do people know when they go in to get their plant-based pizza that it's a Väcka cheese plant-based pizza, or?
Yes, actually, it was not something that we executed.
That we wanted, that we demanded, yeah.
To the owners, we didn't say, okay, if you buy our product, you have to put our name. But it was something that happens because they want to show his customers that they are choosing something more natural or something organic and fermented. So they are proud of that. And they put it, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it comes naturally. Actually, all the pizza shops put in the menu with pizza with Väcka cheese, with mozza from Väcka.
We send also some kind of things to some banderitas.
Some little flags, so they
flags.
can put on the pizza with our brand and stuff like that. So yeah, we are really focused on the brand, and we want it's a way for us to work with food service and keep on promoting our brands. That's really what we want to do.
And we sold some T-shirts in benefit also for
Animal Sanctuary.
And the people, it was taking pictures with the picture Veggie Pizza Warriors. It was a hashtag. I think they. At the beginning, they would say, no, your cheese, because our cheese now is artisan craft. So it's like it has highest price of the ones that are already on the market, maybe more like other kind of brands. So they were saying, okay, but I have to buy this cheese, is maybe the double, I don't know, the double, but we say, okay, but if you say that it's this kind of product, I can tell you that they are going to choose this because I love pizza and I prefer that. Definitely, I don't want to have this like plastic taste in my mouth. I prefer maybe a good marinara with only tomato, but I don't want to have something that I don't really like in a pizza. Especially if it's not like it's a good pizza shop sometimes.
I wonder if the pizza store would consider a test of putting a Väcka refrigerator inside the store, so that if people like the Väcka cheeses on the pizza, they can actually buy some of the other Väcka cheeses to take home with them. So, they try the pizza, they like the pizza. Next time they come back, they're like, what's that refrigerator behind you? And it's got the Väcka brand on it. And it's like, oh, this is their other cheeses. And people want to try a little bit of everything, and maybe they buy some and take it home with them. And every time they go get the pizza, they maybe get a piece of Väcka cheese with them.
Amazing idea, yes.
I think it's a really great idea, and we are already working on it now. Just after
in the last 5
we
minutes.
want to be la sopa, the soup. ¿Cómo se dice la frase? We don't know. Sorry, in English is no. We want to be everywhere. That's
that's a great idea to.
I know that, for example, in my pizza shop, you go in there and you can buy You can buy soda, you can buy beer, you can buy cannelloni, you can buy desserts, you can buy other things. And you're used to ordering your pizza and then saying, and give me one of those things over there and one of those things over there. So having a Väcka branded refrigerator like a beverage might be a cool thing to do. Anyway, I've taken way too much of your time. I normally have one question which I ask, which is, if people are listening to this call, and I hope somebody is, if someone's listening to this call, what kind of help would you want them to give you? Like, what help are you looking for? What's going to make Väcka more successful, a bigger, stronger, more successful company? So if anyone's listening, what kind of help are you looking for today, and how do people get a hold of you?
Yes, I listen this question to other projects. It's a good question. I think now we have to build a bigger team, so the people who is interested in working with us, they can contact us definitely. Yes, we are looking for partners in terms of production, in terms of developing,
distribution as well. And fundings.
Yes.
We're looking for funds because we want to keep on growing and to build a stronger team and
to reach our goals, our mission. So yes, this is something that
partners, great team members, partners. You said you were going to go through another round at some point, so I'm guessing if there are people that might be smart money or investors who are interested in helping support and build a great company. Those are the three things?
Yes, exactly.
All of that.
All of those things.
Or ideas.
Ideas.
Like your idea. If they have some creative idea to have impact in people, that's also like this of the refrigerator.
The branded fridge in the pizza shop,
Or the other day we talked with someone who said, why you cannot making a huge table, like Guinness World table with cheeses and make the biggest cheese board in the world and things like that.
The biggest plant-based cheese board of the world, and that kind of action.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
In our supermarket close to where I live in Princeton, they have pre-prepared cheese boards where it's a tray with 4 or 5 different cheeses, with some grapes, with a fig, with some crackers and things like that, and you buy the whole thing ready to go for parties. So you go and you buy it and it's $30 or it's $50, and you take it home. If it's Friday night and you have some friends coming over with some wine, you take the top off and you've got everything ready to go. Having packs like that in the grocery store ready to go, one that's plant-based and one that's, they already have the kind that's traditional dairy, but they don't have any of those cheese plates for plant-based. So having those ready to go cheese plates for the supermarket that people take home when they're entertaining friends or having a wine, having friends over for wine and canapes and things like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
great. Another one.
Another idea, yes.
Another one.
You remain a good ladies.
Yes, I think, United States has to be different in terms of, the people, ¿cómo se dice? The motivations or...
Yeah, the consumer in the US is different than the European one, I think.
They are, more trying to cook, but definitely it's a good idea. I think maybe there are some of these cheese boards in some supermarkets here, so we can offer this. And yes, this is changing. It's changing.
I'll take photographs next time I'm there, and I'll send them to you guys so that you can see how we do it over in the US. And maybe there are some ideas that might work well in Spain.
Yes, of course. And we want to send you the products so you can taste it, actually. We want your feedback.
The US.
Yes.
Yeah, we are
going
going to the US soon.
Soon,
So we
really
bring some products.
Yes.
That would be great. That would be great. Although I hope you don't have to sit in your aeroplane seat with a cold pack of cheese on your lap, freezing your legs as usual. Where do people get hold of you guys at Väcka? How do they reach out to you on social media or your website, etc.?
Okay, our website is Väcka.es, Backa.es. That's our website. And Instagram, it's Väcka42, Vacka and 42, just the number. That's our social media.
And
actually, Väcka means to wake up in Swedish. It's a Swedish word that means to wake up, because we choose that name because it goes along with our philosophy. We are making food to wake up, and to wake up the consciousness and
to wake up, to have energy, because sometimes when you eat something that is like heavy, you want to sleep, and we think that food should give you energy. So it was, and we are not from Switzerland. Switzerland is okay. No, not Switzerland. Sweden. But now we have one member of our team that it is, so we have an excuse to because it's always like, but I'm from there. No.
So let me get this straight. The name is Väcka, Vacka, and it's a Swedish word that means to wake up, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, right, exactly.
But Väcka in Spain, which is where you're from, means cow.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a pun. It doesn't spell the same, because it's just Vaca in Spanish, but it's the pronunciation is the same. So it's a pun as well, being a plant-based brand called as Väcka.
That's what I thought you were going for. I thought you guys were misspelling Väcka because you were a different kind of, a different kind of dairy, or a different kind of cow, or a different kind of output, like a different cheese, right?
Yeah, could be that.
But
yes, it's a word that actually exists. Yes, so we like
two
that.
meanings: the pun and the straight and serious part.
We should say Väcka. It's like Väcka. If we want to say it, okay, and I think we should start doing that. It's Väcka. It's not Väcka. So you can eat cheese from Väcka. Comer queso de Väcka, no de vaca. But yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Väcka, Vacka.es is the website. Väcka42 is Instagram. Are you guys on LinkedIn or something like that on the business side of things?
Yes, we are on LinkedIn. Yes, I'm Luz Sanz, so you can reach me there. And Maxime.
I'm Max Boniface. Yes. Max Boniface.
And we have
Max Boniface.
Boniface. Okay, and I'm sure they can get your full names and so on from your website, and then go to LinkedIn and do it that way. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed spending more time with you. I feel like we should do this like at least every 6 months and just see how everything's going. So thank you for your time today. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks to you.
Thank you, Andrew, for inviting us to the podcast. It was really great.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I'm going to press pause and then I'm going to come straight back. 1 second.
Okay, perfect.
So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed the conversation with Lou and Max from Väcka Foods. If you want to help them, if you're interested in their products, if you're interested in getting involved one way or another, either as part of the team or as an investor or as a partner, by all means reach out to them at Väcka. I think it's Väcka.es, I think they said, right? Vacka.es. They're also on LinkedIn and Instagram. The contact details were at the very end of that podcast. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the conversation. I hope you found it useful. If you have questions or comments for me, please do leave them below or in the appropriate place, or reach out to bigideaventures.com. I'm the founder of Big Idea Ventures. We invest in young food companies, entrepreneurs, engineers, scientists to help solve the world's greatest challenges. So that's us, that's me. Thanks for coming along today. come along next week to the Big Idea podcast, where we focus on food. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.